Hello YouTube. Sorry if the camera is tilted. It's also upwards because I'm filming this with my phone and it's sitting in a shoe. But regardless, I know there has been a growing consensus of fans out there who wanted to know the lyrics, the meaning of the lyrics to the song Parma, the hit song by Outta Boundz, written and sung, produced by Luca Gomez. So that's what I'm here to do today, to explain the meaning of the song Parma. So we will begin, we'll jump in. Just a little background, I wrote this song about 2 years ago now. It came to me, the chorus came to me just like in my head. All of a sudden it was there. So then I wrote it down on a piece of paper, but I lost the piece of paper. Then one day when I was going shoveling with my producer, Luca Gomez, I decided to write it down on a piece of paper, add some verse, see what I could get with it, and that's where it got me to writing Parma. So that's the background. So let's get started. The first verse: I hate you, you hate me, that's karma. Now I'm free, meant to be, that's dharma. So really what this comes down to is the feeling of disliking someone. Now I'm not a hateful person. I wouldn't say I hate anyone, in fact. So this song, you can't really trust it. I mean, like, I don't hate anybody. So this song, who's it about? I don't know. Like, people are asking, who do you hate? Outta Boundz? Who hates you? The answer is no one. I mean, no one. I mean, people might hate me. I don't hate anyone. So this song, you can't really trust it. So I brought one of my good friends, Abe Lincoln, and he shares a quote with you guys today. It says, "The trouble with quotes on the internet is that you never know if they are genuine." Abe Lincoln. It's a great man, a great quote, really. But you can't trust that song because I don't hate anyone. But regardless, the meaning of the lyrics is just like, I hate you, you hate me, that's karma. I mean, that is the definition of karma. What happens to you, what you put in life puts back in you. Now I'm free, meant to be, that's dharma. Dharma in the Buddhist culture. Shout out to 6th grade history class and freshman year history class for teaching me this. Thank you very much. Basically what it means is what is supposed to happen, what you are supposed to do in life. That's dharma. So that's where that lyric comes in. Healing me like a leaf, big pharma is the next lyric. And what goes into that is, if you don't like someone and then you now you're free, meant to be, you're away from, it's healing you, just like Aleve would if you were a little bit sick. So Aleve is a big pharmaceutical company. That's what's going in there. Okay, then we have the most liked lyric in the song from the feedback I've received: shaky keys, yes please, that's Parma. So I actually, when this song came into my head, it was right after I read a book by John Grisham. It's called Playing for Pizza. Amazing book. One moment. Okay, no, I don't have it. So this song came into my head after I read a book called Playing for Pizza by John Grisham. It's about a football quarterback that plays for the Iowa Hawkeyes, then goes and plays professionally in Italy because he can't make it in the NFL. So it's a really good book, and he plays in a town called Parma. So that's when this whole song came in my head, like I was talking about, how it just popped in there. So it has to do with Parmesan cheese, but it almost has more to do with the city of Parma in Italy. But I mean, who knows? I mean, shaky keys, yes please, that's Parma. It's just a classic line. I mean, there's not really much going into that. So we'll get into the verse, and then we have shaky keys, I ain't talking no dairy. What happens there is, I'm not talking no dairy, so that's why I said that. Not Kraft, Prairie Farms, Ben and Jerry. So I'm not talking Kraft, Prairie Farms, Ben and Jerry, similar to the I'm not talking no dairy. Like, this is not what shaky keys Parma is about. Parma is much deeper than that. That's what we see in the next line. So talking about smiling without caring. So that's what this whole song is about. People, they're smiling, but it's shaky, right? It's a shaky smile because it's a shaky keys, because are they really smiling? Because they don't really want to smile. They're being fake about it, you know? So, shaky keys, yes, please. Yeah, that's what Parma is. It's a fake smile. So, when photographers say keys, so when photographer, boom, okay, it's dead. But when the photographer says keys, you're just obeying like a parrot, like you're smiling, but you don't really want to smile. You don't want me, no, you just want the merit. So pretty self-explanatory. You don't want me, you just want the merit. And he said, wear a smile so you wear it. One of my favorite movies. It's a great one. Jamie Foxx sings greatly in it. It's Annie. She basically, there's a song where she says, you're never fully dressed without a smile. So Annie said, wear a smile so you wear it. Now I think of it, everything you did was fake. Now again, this is just me writing off of the chorus that came to my head. Like, it's not, this verse doesn't really mean anything, but I suppose it could mean something. So then said that you was leaving with no time for me to get the rake. Now this makes no sense because I am very fast at getting to rakes. Like if there was a room and there was a rake in it and you said bet you can't get to the rake within 5 seconds, no, I would. I mean, I'm very fast. Like, I might be a world record holder in ability to get to a rake quickly. So said that you was leaving with no time for me to get the rake. Not entirely believable. But, and then you celebrate, because you would celebrate at that point. But I didn't take the bait. I wouldn't take the bait. I mean, most bait is worms, and I don't really like to eat worms. So, because I know that you are fake, so you're fake. You're the shaky keys, you know. And you need me to pray? Pray. You know, I'm praying for you. For your life to get greater. For you to kick lion to the curb like Prater. He's a kicker. So kick lion to the curb like Prater, because he's a kicker. And he played for the Lions, so it's a double pun, like lion and lion, like the Detroit Lions, and he was the kicker. And then, one of my favorite lines, otherwise all this keys finna get cut in the grater, because keys graters are an amazing thing. I just think they're cool looking, and otherwise all this keys finna get cut in the grater doesn't really mean anything, to be honest with you, because we're not even talking about keys. I said that early on in the song. But then we have the chorus again, and then we get into the second verse. And the second verse is, it's very, very cold verse, so I brought a coat, because this verse is just so icy. It's just so icy. I get cold when I think about it. So, there we go. So if we go into the second verse, it says, yeah, that Parmesan come inside a cylinder. I'm not sure if you're familiar with most Parmesan, but they usually come inside of a cylinder. Just your average cylinder area equals 1/2 height times pi r squared, I think. Don't quote me on that. That's just a fact of keys. That's what it comes in. You and me both know that you're the villain. Dur, it's a great word if you don't use it in your vocabulary now. It just means like duh, basically, but it's, instead of a UH, it's a ER. You'd help your case if you got up off that furniture. Not really sure. I mean, if you don't really get much done if you're on your furniture, so I would help you. It would help you if you got off your furniture, I think is basically what I was going for. I'll get you help so you make that smile sturdier. Lots of ways to get help. Laughter is a great medicine. Having fun in general, good. But I could help theoretically in this story about a fake person to make them happier and then their keys would no longer be shaky. It would be more of a provolone, if you will, or a Swiss, not shaky. Cared for you and I got nothing in return. It's a good one, because in this story, if I cared for someone, I got nothing in return because they're being fake, the shaky keys. I guess that's what was happening. But a lousy facade like a building that burned. Facade, thank you. I believe it was 10th grade vocabulary list. Maybe, let's see, it was an F, so maybe vocabulary list 6. Facade, it's a great, awesome word because it has multiple meanings. Sorry, I was clicking a button on my coat. I don't know if you can hear that. But yeah, facade, I love that word. So like a building that burned. Then come on, shake it up like some butter, let's churn. This really means, this is another nonsense. I mean, butter is what used to be churned. So like, you churn it in a little cylinder. See, so there, a theme in this is geometry, cylinders, I guess. We take the butter, cheese, and noodles on the oven, we turn. So we have the cheese, we have the butter, because we just churned it. Noodles, I don't know. I mean, I just imagine that noodles apparated onto the scene at some point, and then we just take them all and turn on the oven because you gotta cook it. And I hope I taught you something you was needing to learn. Basically me saying, well, the song's over. I hope I taught you something you was need to learn, because that's it. I mean, hopefully you learned something about Parma, about Abe Lincoln, about cameras, Annie the movie. I mean, I just hope you learned. And I think the main thing in life is to smile, is to have fun, be happy. So that's a main focus, is we should be happy, and our keys should not be shaky. So I don't know, take what you want from that, but that is the meaning of the song Parma. I hope you like this and subscribe this. Thank you for your time.